No, because then I was telling you.
Didn't you say that you had something to tell him?
Oh, yes. Reminder to everyone that I have this cool little membership tab thing where you can get all these cool, fun things so that I get off the table.
A man can just dance on table?
Not while my cameraman's filming, no.
This is stupid. We're stupid.
Do we have a problem?
No, we're good.
As well as a reminder that once I get to 15k subs, I'm going to be answering all of your crazy Omnivorous questions because I don't value my life. Did it die? I get off the table. As well as a reminder, where is it? Before we get into the video, content warnings for mentions of fictional and real life, because of course, physical abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse, sexual abuse and assault, and light talk of crazy things like knife play dismemberment and desecration of dead remains, because we're going there. Jedediah, get off the table.
You can tell me what to do. I do what I want.
Jedediah, I said get off the table.
No, that's my bad. No, I didn't mean to do that. No.
Enjoy the video. Hey guys, welcome to Purgatory. Hot take that's never been done or said before. BookTok is weird. I've done more silly videos on it and more serious videos on it, but today we are going to Twitter. You may think, like, what's the difference? Is there a difference? There is. Oh yeah. Yes. And you'll see. Don't worry, there will still be skits in this one, just like there was in the other one. But I think I need to go on all of the social media platforms to look at this epidemic. BookTok and dark romance has absolutely ruined girls' mental image of romance because why the fuck am I seeing edits of murderers on my For You page from BookTok girlies? The gun that they want to be shot with. That is why we can never really talk about BookTok in just a silly light, because BookTok seems to be centered around the taboo, and just the bad. What is bad? What is good? It's all opinion. Yes. But I feel like we agree murder is bad, rape is bad, sexual assault's bad, abduction's bad, kidnapping's bad, bullying's bad. So why is that in almost every single book that BookTok girlies love? And in a good light.
Please help me.
BookTok is so embarrassing. Does nobody there know how to be normal? My face during the holidays when my family asks me what I'm writing, and all I can think about is the scene where he stabs a knife into her mattress and tells her to the handle. The BookTok girlies officially belong to us. Fight. Don't even deny it. You don't even deny it. Why? What did I just do? Should we do a video about this, guys? I'm doing a video about it. I'm writing it down to remember. Be defending the BookTok girls from any side of TikTok because they belong to the... Oh. No. And it makes sense. We've gone over it. It makes sense why they would like the possessiveness. I'm using this so hard. That is what she said. Anyways, they like the possessiveness because it shows that they care. It shows that they care enough that they're like, no, you're mine, and I'm not gonna let anyone because I care about you that much. And they're used to not being cared for in that way. A lot of women talk about how in their relationships with men, just in general, it seems that they are the more caring one, that they go out of their way more, that they try to show that they care more than the man does. That is just a common complaint amongst women. So it would make sense that the possessiveness is something that they like, but it also doesn't, because let me say it again, and again, and again, and again, and again. Possessiveness does not equal love or health. And actually, I think possessiveness is the opposite of love or health. If you love someone, you're not going to be possessive, and if you're healthy, you're not going to be possessive. Protective, sure. Not overprotective and not possessive. Notice how there's an overprotective but not an overpossessive, because possessive is already bad. How many weddings do you think we're going to see online of a BookTok girly and a BookTok boy-y getting married? Imagine a BookTok and a BookTok wedding. Yaoi fans straight and BookTok straight when they realize that you don't need smut for a piece of media to be considered good. When you read 50 chapters and then no smut, Man, we're cooked. We are cooked. We are baked. We are destroyed. We are ruined. This is the apocalypse. This is the bad place. Man, why is no one writing JavaScript fix anymore? Dude, I swear this is my last straw. How many times do I have to wish for death before I'm actually... You got your wish! You always wanted to die, but it wasn't your time yet, so we decided to meet you in the middle. No need to thank me or anything. Meet me in the middle? What are you talking about? Who are you? Jesus Christ. What? What happened? No. Like, I'm Jesus Christ. Like, that's me. Hello. Jesus Christ. The one that, died for your sins, got nailed to a cross, which I was getting nailed another way. Ah! I knew I should have summoned you sooner. It is so nice to have someone with a sense of humor around here. Right. Where is here again? Oh, right. You are in the realm of purgatory, dear friend. The deal was that if you want to die, but it's not your time yet, then you have to have a reason to be here. So I thought because you're so tortured and you like helping people or whatever, that you could help us out by ruling purgatory. Ruling purgatory? Why would you give me the responsibility of ruling in purgatory of all places? Well, if you're not ruling somewhere, then you have to stay to that one place. I figured you'd want to explore around and didn't want to be trapped. And again, I thought purgatory suited you. And it's not like you have to do this forever, so. Oh. That's so kind of you. Thank you. Ah, don't mention it. Dad was tired of hearing you whine about living, so we had to do something about it anyway. Wait, does that mean that I'm dead? What about my animals? Somebody needs to take care of them. Don't worry, you can travel in and out between Earth and here. Here being purgatory, hell, heaven. We have a lot of places, to be honest. And you can't just wander around without permission, but the point is, as long as you get your job done and you stop whining about living, you can do whatever you want. That's good. But I didn't want this. I wanted to escape, to leave Earth, life, because I wanted peace. Ruling purgatory doesn't sound very peaceful. Well, I kinda already talked to Dad about it, so... You gotta serve for at least a little while. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Are you... Okay. Okay. What are my duties? What do I have to do? That's the Holy Spirit. It's real simple. You don't even gotta worry about it. Look, we get in people whose time it is to die. You judge where they should go. That's it. That's all. You're done. Where they should go? Yeah, like heaven, hell, somewhere else, depending on who they are and what they believe in, yada yada. See, this is why I don't do this job. It is not for me. If they stay here, it's all up to you and your judgment. Are you literally saying that I am deciding humans' immortal fate? Well, I mean, it's still gotta go through people to make sure that you're doing your job fairly and stuff, including Dad, but like, yeah. You said you wanted to help people. Not in the way of deciding their fate after they die. Who am I to make that decision? What did they say? God's will or whatever? Yeah, that. God said so, so it is. Don't question it. You can question it, just don't let him hear about it. Huh, Christ. Sorry. Where do I start? Well, I'll just start sending him in and I'll watch you for a sec to help out. How's about that? Okay, and go! Right. Oh my god. Where did I go? What's happening? Welcome to Purgatory! How are you? Who are you as a person? A good Christian. I followed the Bible and I was a good person until my last breath. That I swear. Here you go. You should take this. Oh, yes, thank you. Yeah, that's needed. Okay. Looks like your name is Pauline Coover? Oh, that's it's really similar to... Okay, anyway, looks like you did read the Bible pretty hard, actually. Okay, wow. Did you post on TikTok about how much you want to squirt all over the man who killed kids for sport? Oh my god, him! I mean, have you seen that man? He's literally like Henry Cavill, but more aggressive and alpha. That's... Wow. And you promoted books online that have incest, abuse, misogyny, ableism, just all of the isms and the phobias, as well as telling abuse victims, asking you to stop kink shaming and cry somewhere else. Wow, yeah, I think I have to send you to hell for that one. Yeah, that's your sentence, hell, because there's really no excusing this, is there? What? No! How dare you? I followed the Bible and God's word every day. Yeah, that's enough of that. So you're a natural. Dude, I thought that getting away from living meant I got to get away from the reason why I wanted to stop living in the first place. Not that BookTok would follow me past the mortal realm and into the realm of the gods. Well, looks like you should have been more careful what you wished for then. Next. BookTok needs AO3 so bad. It's not even funny. This is dire. I haven't read it, but I have been saying that for so long. I think I even said it in one of the videos I was talking about. AO3 is what the girlies want, but don't realize is an option. Like, there is a reason why the main demographic for, like, writers and readers of, like, gay fanfic on AO3 are cis-het white women, or just cis-het women. Picking up a dark romance I saw on BookTok. Him taking out her eye and... I was baffled, befuddled, bewildered, bemused, perplexed, puzzled, mystified, nonplussed. This book wasn't a dark romance, it was a horror. I don't know what's wrong with people romanticizing shit that doesn't need to be. Literally, it's like, why does everything need to be sexualized and romanticized? Because everything in the world is. And we're not talking about how big of an issue that is, but I'm going to one day, just not right now. When you read a BookTok book and you can tell the person has never had sex before, that's so real. That is what fanfiction used to be from my point of view. Like before, like maybe it was just what I sought out as a younger child, but like there is such a significant difference in how fanfiction is now versus back then, and I think it's the what is the word? The accessibility, the rise in accessibility, unfortunately, of porn and stuff like that. But anyways, there has been a significant difference, and also, again, I'm probably just seeking other things out, but of just like reading it and being like, sometimes it's just something feels off, and you're like, I don't understand. This is just strange. What's off? And then sometimes it's like, you've never felt the touch of a woman or man. Oh, here we are. This looks good. He breaks into your house, installs camera to always watch you, and spits cum into your lotion bottle so you always smell like him. A paranormal monster romance. It's a wild ride and has trigger warnings. I would hope so. Once again, dark romance. And this is the romance in question. Dark romance. And the romance is stalking. Dark romance. And the romance is biological warfare. Dark romance. And it's a crime. BookTok is fine. You are just not the target audience. I don't wanna live. Fine according to whose standards? I was just listening to a podcast episode about how Barnes & Noble has essentially come back from the dead. BookTok has helped to actually make books/reading popular again. This is a good thing. It is not a good thing. Ugh! I hate it when people act, you're acting just like your parents. Just like the parents and the grandparents and everyone who would just assume, we still do this to this day, and it's so weird. Like, reading just equals good, no matter what you're reading. Reading doesn't equal good. Reading doesn't equal intelligence. And it's bizarre to think that in the year of 2024. Because it makes sense why we used to think that. Education used to be limited. You used to only be able to have education or be able to read, period, if you had money. If you weren't poor. But it has been so long. We are in 2024, and of course there's still some people who can't read because of lack of access to education in certain areas, especially areas with people of color. But like, again, it is the year 2024, to still think that reading equals intelligence is bizarre and stupid. We must destroy the BookTok industrial complex. When I'm in Virginia getting my first pap smear done by my late best friend's older brother, your dead best friend's older brother. Why are we framing this like it's like a hot thing? He asks if I'm okay as he slides a finger into me. I croak out a yes, closing my eyes as my knees shake. He asks me if it hurts, and I say a little, lying to save face as I fight hard to not all over his fingers. That was bad, sorry. Darling Venom, ex's BF's brother. Billionaire romance, always. Hot doctor, angsty, all the feels. I just don't believe those last two. I don't know, just something about this makes me not believe those last two. Maybe it's the fact that Everything that I've ever read that's like this, that comes from BookTok, never has any actual substance for angst or emotion or actual love or care. Maybe I'm just wrong and biased. Why are we treating assault as hot? And I know I say this in every single one, and I was trying to frame it differently, but I just don't get it, because that's what this is. I don't care if you have a kink for it hurting a little bit. Most people do. Unfortunately, I say that unfortunately because people are annoying about it. That's why it's unfortunate. The issue is, it does not seem like it was talked about before, that there was a kink conversation, but there never is. Another rant. What I'm about to say has to do with two different things. It's like, it shows how many people really haven't had sex, but also it shows how much abuse thrives in the BDSM community, because no one writes about this ever in anything. Kink conversations before sex, period. And then especially if you're going to do anything BDSM wise, kink wise, you need to have a conversation about it, full stop, period. And I see it as neglect and abusive to not do so, in my opinion. If kink is going to be involved, if any kind of BDSM is going to be involved, you as the dom or sub absolutely need to put in place a conversation. Because yes, the dom, you would think the dom should be in charge of that more than the sub because they're the one doing that, sure, whatever. But that is also ignoring that you are also taking care of the dom in some way. They are still a person in which you are partnering with in that way. You are still taking care of them. Even just because they're doming you doesn't mean that you are not taking care of them in any way. Sorry. Anyways, BookTok can't be real. It is, though. He's a 10. I thought it said he is 10. Okay, at least we're not doing that. He's a 10, but no. He puts a shock collar around your neck and shocks you every time you disobey. Are you a dog? Are you a little rascal? Hopping around barking when he treats you like a dog? Love that. Okay, next one. He's a 10, but he bites your lip till you bleed. And throws you in the water with some sharks? Does it hurt? Getting bit by a shark? I think so. There is no singular way that y'all are looking me in the eyes right now, or ever, and telling me, BookTok's actually fine, you're the problem, when what you're reading is a man biting your lip and throwing you into the ocean so you can be eaten by sharks. He's a 10, but he keeps you chained up in his basement. Hot take, don't think any of these men are 10s. He's a 10, but he commits crimes against you. He's a 10, but he abuses you. He's a 10, but he's your... Once again, I must implore, dear sir, dear mistress, why are you into incest? I mean, it makes sense. If we're going to be liking murder, rape, pedophilia, we might as well like incest as well. But that is exactly what I've been talking about. That proves my point. Exactly. BookTok is all about taboo. BookTok is the female version of for men, and it is equally as harmful. Yeah, I just like it in fantasy, in fiction. There's a reason why, and to think that that isn't going to reflect into your real life is extremely childish and immature and not realistic. The day BookTok falls is the day I rise. Are these people actually good in the head? Oh, here we go. When he finds out you were engaged to another man before he died. Nope. When he finds out you were engaged to another man before, but he died before you could... No. When he finds out you were engaged to another man before, but he died before you could get married. That happens. Oh, no. He's so jealous he digs up the dead body and cuts him into pieces in front of you. You are posting this online as if this is normal. You're posting this online being like, so this is my read for the week. Oh my gosh, when he finds out, this is like one of my favorite books. I'll tell you about it. This is a good book. Let me tell you about it. And this is the book. Hey, digital footprint who? This is not normal to enjoy. This is not healthy to enjoy. This isn't, oh, I'm so silly, goofy. This is stay away from the public until you get help. Silly, goofy. It's diabolical. That's what it is. It is bizarre. It is diabolical. execution in the town square. BookTok is convincing me that I can write a masterpiece if they gag at shit like this. Me and my friend have been talking about how, like, we'll get self-conscious over our own writing, and then we see, like, a BookTok book or something like that, and we're just like, I think I can write. A book introduction cannot convince you to read a book. I mean, yeah, I can, but okay. Lost Boys of Never Once Upon a Villain. Once Upon a Villain. Sorry. Once Upon a Villain. Yeah, I think I can write. No book dedication can ever convince me to read a book. For you, the reader that does a little fist pump to a long list of trigger warnings. Grab your vibrator and vodka. This one is fucked. If you pride yourself on getting off to the stuff, or you see a list of literal trigger warnings and you're like, yes, you genuinely have an issue. If a man did the same thing, would you feel the same way? If a man did the same thing, would you feel comfortable being with that man? Would you feel comfortable raising a family with that man? Being in a relationship with that man forever? This is fine, but men watching porn of women being assaulted and brutalized, dismembered. I've seen those things. That's a problem. So because you're doing it, it's fine, but because someone else is doing it, it's not? I'm so glad that after everything, after going from place to place, suffering more and more hurt, after years of looking for a community and only finding people romanticizing my trauma, I finally found a place where I belong. A place of people like me who understand. This is the start of a new era. Come in. Hey girl, welcome in. It's nice to see you. Likewise, it's so nice to be around people who finally get me. Oh girl, we get it, trust me. We used to talk about it on BookTok all the time, but we eventually had to leave after we got bullied for making videos after our favorite author's books just suddenly disappeared for no reason. Right, dude? Like, that was so weird. What even happened there? But anyway, yeah, we decided to start our own book club so that instead of suffering others' judgment for just being who we are, we could actually have a community of people who actually care about us. I get that, dude. That happened to me too. No matter how kindly I tried to explain it to people about my feelings, they just wouldn't listen. I'm not entirely sure how this works. Do we just jump into it? Yeah, we usually sit and settle in for a little bit, but since you got here a bit late, we can do that next time. Come on, come sit next to us. Awesome. Hope you want to go first? Sure. Okay. So my first favorite part is that scene in chapter 2. Ladies, I know that you know what I'm talking about. Oh, my life. I've been searching for the right one. I tried being kind. I tried being mean. I tried being chill. I tried being feisty. And yet no one could match my tiny, pixie feminine energy with their own hot, alpha masculine energy. No matter what relationship I'd been in, none of them would raise their hand to me and hit me so hard that my perfect perky bazongas would flap in the wind as my head cracked against the wall and spilled blood on the floor that he would later make me lick up. Until I met Chad. He's perfect. I was worried at first because when I snapped at him, he didn't immediately put me in my place. But that same night, he told me that if I wanted to be a good girl, that I would do as he said and apologize. Soon after, he even helped me find my dad who left me at 4 years old, only to find out that he was my dad all along. That night that we found out, oh my god, what the fuck are you talking about? What are we rating? Oh my gosh, what is your problem? Seriously, dude, what is your issue? What's my issue? Oh, I don't know, maybe the fact that it's only the second chapter and there's already misogyny, infantilization, abuse, incest, and it's your first favorite part of the book? Look, you're the one who sought us out and begged us to let you into the club. We're just being ourselves here. This is a safe space. Safe for who? And you guys are the ones that made it sound like you're perfectly innocent in all this, being bullied for no reason. I thought that you guys were like me, that you understood how awful it is to have your abuse sexualized. You say that like that's a bad thing. God, you're so judgmental. You sound just like all those vanilla snowflakes. Here, we cope with our trauma by getting off on it. Duh. Oh my god. That reminds me of that one scene where he ties her up to the rocket ship and then he sends her into space with no resources until she dies and then he brings her back? Ah! And then when she tells him that her ex used to make her do mental challenges to help boost her brain function, so he kidnaps him and tells him, if you like challenges so much, maybe we'll give you a taste of your own medicine, and starts doing all of the internet challenges he could think of to him. Dude, when he spit the cinnamon into his eyes and mouth and told him to eat up with his post-Kylie lip challenge duck lips, and then dumped ice water on him and told him to donate money to the ALS fundraiser, like, why does no one talk about that? Is somebody gonna match my freak?
Somebody gonna match my freak? Somebody gonna match my freak?
God.
Being a normal
So
person?
good. Oh, this is an actual ad. Guys, we got an... I'm getting BookTok ads now. I cannot go on any app without seeing them. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. I guess the only site I haven't seen it on is Twitter. I'm like rarely on there. Brutal savior? And I've had enough. No, I've heard enough. That's all I needed to hear. I'm officially getting BookTok ads. That's enough. Ending the video now to see if I can still save it. If I can still save my timeline. Well, this was somehow worse than what I expected and exactly what I expected at the same time. This wasn't what I was looking for. I was looking more for cringy videos to laugh at that are still bad. In every way. But not like this. Though I guess this does fall more into the category of what I talk about. Another BookTok video coming soon. Another BookTok video essay coming soon. Yeah, probably. I can't even move on from this, but I'm gonna do my darndest. I'm going to do my darndest. If you got to this part to the video, comment a... What happened? A book emoji. A book emoji? A crying face emoji. A crying face emoji? Sorry, I don't know what's up with the accents today. And then a running emoji. Sorry. Do a book emoji, a crying emoji, and a running emoji because we read, we cry, we run away. Anyway, if you liked the video, press the like button, and if you didn't like the video, press the like button. Because unfortunately for you, and not for me, the dislike button doesn't exist. But do remember to be a good person, and not a bad one. Obviously, because it's the one rule of this kingdom, the one law of this kingdom. It's really not that hard, is it? See, look. Even she knows it's not that hard. And also remember that I will not see you, but you will see me next time, of course, because again, that's how videos work. I want you to know she tore me up, because she did not like me running up the stairs with her. But now she's happy. Okay, bye. Sure if I can hang out anymore because of like I don't know if I'm gonna try to get a video out in time or not. Right. So uncomfortable.